Hi, it's Collette from the Sacred Rose Temple. I wanted to just speak about, I've been reporting quite heavily on the energy of our world and what's changing at the moment and how that's impacting us, particularly as women. And I know men are going through their own thing, but they have the male guides to, share with them what's happening. But I want to do this from like a real deep feminine space and working through what how this time is affecting us as women. I've already shared a video called Feminine Rising, and I know that that had really resonated with a lot of you. But I know there's many of you lurking in the shadows out there that are still hiding from this place in you that is really asking to come out and share your wisdom, change your life, step into a role that's more deeply fulfilling. And that's really quite ancestral as well. The whole cosmological craziness that's been going on is really trying to stir us up on the inside. It's really trying to take away those lame places where we have been hiding, where we've been getting comfortable, where we've been in the illusions of what's good. And many of us are starting to realize actually, my whole life needs a damn good shake up because I am not living the way that I really want to live. And I've done this in sessions with individuals this week and said to them, are you really living the life that you want? Are you really super happy? Do you bounce out of bed in the morning and say, yeah, life's amazing. I can't wait to get going? And if you don't, then you're really selling yourself short as a woman. We are able at this time to really start to come into our magic and our prowess. I know that I've worked with my own psyche for years in the realms of clairvoyancy and intuition and instinct and clairsentience. And I believe that those gifts of mine are getting even stronger at the moment. I'm having really big visions. I'm receiving lots of bodies of work. I am really kind of finding that I'm extra sensitive, or as I've always been, but super sensitive to little nuances of change in people's body and always just picking up on things at the moment. And I don't believe I'm the only one it's happening to. So I'm kind of opening up this conversation that I'm having with myself to you about what are you doing to make improvements in your life and what are you still hiding from in yourself that is really going to be potent medicine for the world. And that's taking a look at your lineage as well, like looking at the women in your life that you know, that are in that line of your ancestors and what they did, what they went through, what they overcome, and what they were unable to overcome. That you feels kind of your thing to do it. So I came from a long line of deeply spiritually connected women who never got the opportunity to really tap into that because of course that was woo woo or it wasn't, sustainable for a job. Well, I'm proving that wrong. I'm proving that for my lineage, that my spirituality, my spiritual gifts are my work. They are my job, that I can help other people embody spirituality, beauty, all the things that encompasses my work into their lives. I've also been hell-bent that I would own my own property. I would pay for my property outright as a woman with no help on my own, and that I would live a really humble, country life. And I'm making sure that my list is getting ticked. And I want you to do that for yourself. And so today I put in my Rose Temple group a little energy practice that I do for creating what needs to be gone to bring in what needs to come in. And I've shared that in the group. I'll tag that under this video so that I can really begin to move away and cast out what has gone and move into what wants to come and what I really need to get me into this next stage of my feminine prowess. And that next stage for me is a bigger dream. It's a more combined dream. It's changed. The thread's always been the same for me. But the universe and God and spirit have showed me, no, not like you thought. This is how it's going to be done. So I am now working on the next phase, and the phase that is more aligned with the divine and actually more aligned to my feminine energy, because before I've been deeply operating in my masculine pillar. And yeah, I'm opening up to a new exciting space, and I'm saying, come on, show me what I need to do next. I'm ready. I'm ready. All the things that were sapping my energy, all the things that were taken away from me, I've tried to move as much as I can. And you moved certain things too. So what's next? What's going on? In our climate, we're going to see a lot of energy pulls as we release them. I think collectively we're going to see some real deep darkness come up, and we're already seeing that. The biggest thing that I want to speak about here, which is connected to your energy and your power, is where we have placed or projected our own prowess, our own magic, our own medicine, and they are on these big figures. So we've given our kind of beliefs and trust over to governments, and we've been shown over the last couple of years that that's not a place to put it. That, you know, since the days of the rotten king and queen, not much has changed. That hierarchical system still exists. They don't care about us at a foundational level or the people per se. And I think that's really showing itself in the political climate. And we also understand from a psychoanalytical lens that whoever's in the political climate is actually a symbol of our own collective behaviors. So we might shout at all those leaders going, oh my God, they're awful. But they are a result of our, you know, our unconscious, our collective unconscious of our behaviors. That's the level that we're at, the level that's standing up there. I think it's also been shown in the celebrity world. Now we're seeing all the, you know, I've shared this for years, that these are all rotten, that they all sell off their souls, that they all contracted to a darker contract of fame, fortune, and money. They don't care about people. They're not in service to support and help society and community. They're there to make a lot of money and siphon energy from people through adoration. So if you're still listening to mainstream music, if you're still listening to those P. Diddy's and all of that, stop. Just stop. You're fueling that. You are one of the energy sources that they siphon from. And that goes with it all. Like, it's all not excluded. Every single one of them, you know, all the big names, just stop. Pull back the projections of your adoration of their attraction or their wealth or the gifts, and pull it back to you and say, where do I own that? Where can I work on my own gifts, my own abundance, my own, you know, prowess? I keep saying the word prowess, but it's true, isn't it? Us as feminines hold, you know, we hold lots of prowess, but we just don't use it enough. And that's also the same within the spiritual world. Again, in the years when Bikram and all these big named yogis were Mujis and all of that, and they've all been exposed now, and they will continue to. There is this Hollywood glamour spirituality that still exists out there, and it exists like Triad Selling. You can see it. They want to get bigger and bigger and bigger. They want to get platforms. They pull in loads of people. It's a siphoning of energy. And those leaders and those teachers only care really deeply rooted if they could admit to it, because they're in big shadow. They're not doing shadow work on themselves. They don't hold themselves accountable. They are siphoning your energy and they are taking all your money. And they are not doing it to grow you. They are not doing it to empower you, even though they're the buzzwords that they use. They are doing it to grow an empire. You will see them using all the little tricks and traits of that triad selling world. You know, some of us women sold Avon and those beauty products that operated with the same language, the same links, affiliate. All of this is all a siphoning of energy. Do those bigger platforms, do those bigger teachers really care about your progress? Are they really deeply connected to you on a personal level? No, they're not. And so we've got to be aware that those types will fall. They've already fallen. We've got a long line. Muji's been exposed, all the Bikram and all of that, all the big yoga shalas where the gurus were operating from, they're all shut down. And there's actually still that energy out there. There's still teachers that haven't realized it themselves yet because they don't know what that looks like, that are siphoning and are being used for dark occult forces. And I saw a teacher this week share something that this kind of grid of spiritual teachers that have made a lot of wealth off people's want to seek spirituality, they are in that dark grid. And I truly understood what that person was on about, because that dark grid is very, very occult-like in energy. It plays and harvests on shadows, people's unworthiness, people's inability to see themselves. It's all like Hollywood mansions and perfectly groomed faces and perfectly groomed visuals. And it will siphon your energy because you look at it and say, that's what I want to be. And that pulls you in and it draws the very energy from you that you are, or they're professing to want to grow in you. So it's like my teacher said, Jesus only had 12 followers, 12 disciples. He didn't need an empire. He didn't need that. He knew the strength of his message and the strength of his work would reach the people that it needed to. And I totally believe that within my own work with the Druidess and the world of nature-based practice is what is really important is super strong, concentrated teaching, where you're personable with those people, where you actually care whether what you're doing with them is making a difference and that you feel accountable for that. I really feel the women that I work with, I really want them and I'm rooting for them. I know their personal stories. I know what the blocks are. I know what their shadows are. I know what they're seeking. And that's really, really important. So it was something very, very important I wanted to share with you all in this video, is just feel where your energy is going right now. Where are you projecting all your own worth, all your own magic, all your own prowess, all your own connection and your service? Where are you projecting that out? And can you pull that back in? So that's about cutting contracts. That's about energetically doing a practice that allows you to pull back all cords, all hooks that you have put in the other and that have freely been siphoning from you in many ways that you're not even aware of. So it's time. Do that over the next couple of weeks. I believe that all the energies are really still in play for us right now. And I don't believe that we're going to get any real respite until April next year. Yes, I'm sorry. But that is what I'm really feeling. I feel the intensity and the deep hardness has gone. And there's a new wind in the air. If all of you can feel this new energy of, okay, it's a bit more positive. Okay, I can deal with this. Doesn't mean the issues have gone. Doesn't mean the hurts and pains have just faded away. Just means that because the depth of pain that you felt before and that you really went there, that you're now able to have like a bag of skills, of feelings to be able to deal with this as we move forward. So be well aware that the beloved is shining a light on all that needs to move for you so that you can step into the most potent version of yourself. One that's really happy, one that's joyful, one that feels fulfilled at a soul level. And because of that, you then want to serve and help others, really help others, and be of service to this world as it really goes into a state of chaos to come into divine order. So big work for us and for all of you that are seekers and spiritual people and people looking for some more connection and deep feeling of life and loving of joy and the wonderment that this planet is. Let's keep going. There's more to come and you were born to do this. Okay, so bye for now.